โอเค
ครับผมขอบคุณครับ Hello everybody good morning everyone out there welcome to the program of Dhamma for Life from the page of Dhamma Washington USA also under the page of Wat Phutta Panya Nantarama Vancouver Canada hello everybody in Thailand today we're going to talking about the very common Dhamma for everybody that is what is called Kama it's a sensuality by the word is means preaching means witching when we are talking about preaching when we're talking about wanting or even the sense of the pressure that is the beginning of actually the life we can explain the karma in terms of the feeling that you want something or you like to have something or you like to be something it's not only the willing sexually that is in the level of the basic instinct of the human being or animal being the word karma in the sense of the if we looking into the object it means the emotional feeling towards the object and then it's expressed in the form of action towards the same object and that can be called as a kama vitaka the synonym of the kama is like nanti raka or the lust or even the craving or tanha the sense of pressure towards something the factors of the karma are the feeling that has the ignorance or avisha behind and the object and the last one is the action towards the object now we can check on the characteristics of the karma the first one is the karma has the ignorance when you do something when you're looking at something when you smelling something without a knowledge when you do something you smell something when you're hearing something with a sense of clinking you attach to it you keep repeat it and when you do the same thing you never be saturated you never be getting enough for it. You keep doing, you keep repeating, you keep eating it. That is a symbol, that is symbolic of karma. But not only that, the karma is always hurting yourself. And you always keep searching. In Pali we call pariyesana. You always keep on doing that all the time and searching for more and more. And the last one is you always continue to do something else in order to serve the sense of karma or the sense of desire, the sensuality. Now if you want to check on this the symbolics of what is called karma, is the first one is you are striving or searching, and then not only searching, but while you are searching, you are enjoying. You enjoy of looking, of searching the same thing. And then you become, after you got the thing that you search for, you are really become very deluded. And that can burn out yourself. And you become really, cling so much, really attached. And it will continue, go on and on, to make something else relating to what you already search, what you already have. That is a symbolic of the karma or the sensuality. We can classify the karma into basically two types. The first one we call it kilesa karma. It means the defilement, all the mental defilements, that is called kilesa karma. And then Vatu karma, that is the object, the mental object included. It may be classified to one more type, which is the action of the action that you express towards the object. There is the regulation when you having a karma. You always having a wrong intention when you have a sense of karma, and that means you are deluded, you're having a ignorance or avijja. So when the ignorance began, it will be followed by the karma or the object, or even also the action, and also the contact. you start feeling about it. You start having what is called becoming or ภาวะหรือในภาษาไทยเรียกว่าภพ so all these events come together in order to accomplish what you need, what you want. When you're having a sense of karma, when you're having a craving, that means you are completing what is called dependent origination. Paticca Samuttabhata is completed. By the truth, the karma in relation with the human being, it is an action that to try the action that preserving the life on and on. It seems to be the secret of nature that the karma is the beginning of and the continuation of life, so on. There is a Western scholar who is also the philosopher explain that the karma is as how it doesn't matter how complicated the sensuality is, but the human being or the animal being try to do that, try to achieve that as much as they can. They try to reproduce themselves in order to preserve or expand the family, and it's become very, very instinctive for the animal being. And that is by instinct we try to preserve our name, our family name, and that's how we start reproduce. And that is one become one truth or by satya. But not only that, in terms of a life development, that's how the sensuality or the karma has a benefit to move on the life. It also for preserving the society or the community. The competition, this one is very negative impact of the karma. It can leading to the criminal on and on. Never it become endless of the criminal. It's the cause of the conflict, fighting, interruption, corruption, amongst the family members, among the society, among the community members. In the philosophy, it can be what is called a kama dhatu, the element in the animal realm, but it can be improved or developed into the higher realm as well. For example, it can be fall under the kama vajara bhum to rupa bhum or arupa bhum. In the relation of the Dhamma practice, the kama dhatu is something that need in order to move on to what is called the lokutara bhumi, or the unconditioned world. If we take a look at karma in terms of its own function, which is the conventional world, it means the fabrication, it means the formation or conditioning amongst the conventional event amongst all the animal being. So what we do towards the karma, one have to really study deeply about the karma and then back off from the karma. Don't be under the influence of the karma, because the karma leading to the karma is leading to an action. When there is an action, there is always the consequence of the action that we perform. But the starting point is karma. So we have to stay beyond the karma. Otherwise, we'll be either in the hell or in the heaven, or even we are in hell or heaven in the present life. The function of the duty or the function of the one who are teaching the Dhamma of the Buddha, and one topic is about karma. But not only that, the one who teach have to do something in order to show the student. For example, the Buddha was the greatest example of teaching and presenting the karma to every of his disciples. Has a big sense of compassion, and that's how he removed himself from the sensuality or the karma. we can take a look the karma in terms of the simile. It's just like the head of the snake, that one who not profound, always catching the snake from the head. Or it is like a chain, or it's just like a handcuff, or the feather that lock up, so you cannot be free from the handcuff. You cannot be free. You get tied up with the feather or the chain. It's just like a fire pit that the wind blowing the fire against the wind. It's just like something that you borrow from someone, that you cannot take it for granted. You always must return that one. Or it can be some sort of, you're dreaming about it, and then when you when you wake up, something, the event or something that you saw in your dream is just disappear. That is a karma. If we're taking what are the cause of the karma, the original cause of the karma is ignorance or avijja. And then the delusion. But also sometimes we are surrounded with the people that having a karma. So these are the three main causes of karma. But karma is just like everything else. It can be changed, it can be disappear, as everything else. That means there is a tool to destroy the karma as well, and that's called atankhama. The ending of the karma can be made. The Buddha taught the ending of the karma at the very first place, to the deep root cause of the karma. And that too is the mindfulness, the wisdom. However, if we cannot demolish the root cause of the karma, there is a second chance. The Buddha taught the way to end the karma, that is to end the feeling, the vedana. the neutrality of the feeling that present the sense of ending of the karma. However, the karma has the temptation. It's just like when you really like to eat sushi, when you like to eat the curry, it's very delicious. That same thing with the karma. Karma has a temptation in terms of like very delicious. You are feeling very good about it when you eat what you like. For example, a sushi or curry or any sort of Thai food. And when you like it, you always keep repeating or eating the same thing. That is called kama mucha. The sense of addiction or delusion. Kama mucha. But instead of not only the temptation or what we call it in Pali asatha, but the karma has very dangerous. We call it atinawa. It causes the pain of the one who have a sense of karma. When you are searching for something, you already pain, you already suffering. When you got what you search for, you are suffering. And you will suffer more and more when that thing is gone away from you. That means the karma is very, very dangerous. Karma has very little sense of happiness, but it has a really big sense of suffering. So it's not really worth for the one who having a karma. It is the original cause of the degeneration of or depletion of the virtue, and it always can lead to the criminal. For example, the son can kill the father. Son may kill mother. The karma and the factor of the karma can leading to the selfishness. And you see how dangerous about the selfishness, the selfish. I don't have to explain what's the disadvantage of the selfishness. But however, we can be free from the karma by practicing the Dhamma of the Buddha. Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. When you have those Atthangkikamaka, the Noble Eightfold Path, begin with the sammatiti or a right view about the object that you are searching, that are you looking. When you have a right understanding, the right view about it, and that is begin of being free from the karma. So there is a way out always from the karma, that one have to practice the sila, samadhi and panya, trisikha, or the Noble Eightfold Path as a result, as a consequence when you practice the trisikha, the morality, the concentration, and the wisdom. And that can be practiced by the meditation. That you can know, you can see what is actually karma. And then you can understand that it's sattata, it's justness. We call it dhammata. And then that's how you can feel really neutral about it, because it's tathata. It's justness. However, the karma is a really big scenario or the big lesson for the animal being, especially the human being. Because of karma, it teaches us how to get the way out from it. We can have everything, we can search for everything, but your mind has to be beyond. Your mind has to understand what you are doing. That's how you stay beyond the karma. You stay beyond the condition, and that can lead to the peace, that can lead to the disappearance of what is called mental defilement, which we will talk in the next topic. So to overcome the karma, there are some tools that we can apply in order to overcome the karma. That is the mindfulness or sati, and the wisdom or panya, the comprehensive understanding about the object that you are approaching, that you are searching for. The mindfulness is the first equipment that we have to develop, because we are staying amongst the sensuality. We're staying, actually we are surrounded by the karma. So sometimes we have to be aware, we have to be isolated. For example, don't try to put yourself in a place where is a lot of bad people. Because the bad people can be your enemy in any time, any day. That means you are surrounded with the karma. So to practice, first maybe you have to be aware isolated from the bad people in order to avoid the karma. So these are the details about the karma or sensuality. The next one we are going to talk about, we will talk about what is called kilesa, or the defilements, or maybe we call mental defilement, because it's something that the event of the mind. Kilesa is something that can lead to the sadness. It may be called as kilesa when it's make your mind or anything dirty, or it's the dirt. That is the meaning by word. But it can be explained as an atta. It is something that make you suffer when you act, when you speak, and that is fall under the morality, sila. One it makes your mind sad, and that is called a mental kilesa, mental defilement, which is the greedy, the anger, and delusion. And it can lead to really very serious suffering that can contaminate it in the mind. We call in Bali as ahankara, mamankara, mananusaya. The synonym of the kilesa is just like mala in Pali, or ในภาษาไทยที่เราเรียกกันว่ามนทิน or it can be called as a yoka, oka, or akati. These are the synonym of what is called defilement, or in Pali kilesa. So if we check into the factors of what is called kilesa, it can be observed from the action, from the physical action, from the verbal action or the speech, or from the mental action that's come from the mind. So the setting of the kilesa is kaya, vaja, and the mind. And the formation or the fabrication or the conditioning. That's how you get mental defilement or kilesa. You are dominated. You are really overwhelmed with mental defilement because of the conditioning or sankhara, according to the dependent origination or itapachayata And once you have this kilesa, you are put in the corner of sadness as a result, as a consequence. And there are many classes of the sadness, unsatisfactory. The characteristics of what is called kilesa or the mental defilement is very dirt, very sad, and very disgusting. It has a sense of pulling in. It has a sense of pushing out, or it has a sense of delusion. It has a big sense of a doubt whether you want to pull in or you want to push out. And it leading to the karma or action or a karma. And that's how the kilesa spin you in the samsara, or we call vatta. The kilesa or the defilements originated from the selfishness, and it can be positive or negative. The symbolics of the defilement is wanting, craving, want to have or don't want to have, or want not to have, want to not having, want to destroying. If we scan into the symbolic of the greeting, the anger, and the delusion, we can see from the meditation the sense of wanting that is a craving, that is the greed. The wanting to destroy, that is the sense of dosa or anger, and the sense of doubt that try to follow, try to dig out what is going on, and that is the sense of delusion. And it's always leading to the unsatisfactory sadness. It never leads to the happiness. It never leads to the freedom. It never leads to liberation. It's always leading to the sadness or unsatisfactory. That is a symbolic of what is called kilesa or the mental defilement. Kilesa can be a cause, and it also always can be as a result or the consequence. And again, after it has been a consequence, the same consequence, it can be the cause. So it's spinning in the paticca samuttabhata or ittappaccayata, dependent origination, that the cause can leading to the consequence, and the consequence can be the cause. turn to be the cause and leading to the consequence again and keep all recycling in what is called paticca samuttabhata or itappacayata, the dependent origination. It can have a sense of pulling in, as I mentioned. It can have a sense of pushing out. It has a sense of going around. That is Lopa, Dosa, and Moha. อาการของความโลภมันจะเป็นอาการของการที่เรามีความรู้สึกดึงอะไรบางอย่างเข้ามาหาตัวเรานี่คือการทำงานหรือลักษณะอาการของสิ่งที่เรียกว่ากิเลสคือหนึ่งมีอาการดึงเข้าหาตัวสองมีการผลักไสออกไปจากตัวเราแล้วก็สามมีการรู้สึกมีอาการรู้สึกวนอยู่รอบๆไม่รู้ว่าจะทำยังไงจะดึงเข้าหรือดันออกด้วยความไม่รู้นี่คืออาการที่คือ symbolic อาการของสิ่งที่เรียกว่ากิเลสถ้าเรามีอาการอยากได้ดึงเข้าหาตัวเราก็ออกไปแสวงหาเสร็จแล้วก็เข้ามายึดครองเอาไว้ถ้าเรามีอาการผลักไสไล่ส่งเราก็พยายามทำลายหรือมีอาการงงๆไม่รู้ว่าจะทำอย่างไรก็เหมือนกับอาการที่เดินวนไปรอบๆ So this is the greeting, anger and delusion, what is called the kilesa. The classification of the kilesa can be explained as three levels, three classes. The first one we call it kilesa itself. That when you are approaching something, some event, or sort of any object, and then you feeling craving, you want, really have a big sense of want, and that is called kilesa. But not only you want, you always keep wanting it. And that is called santati, or the continuation. And that's in Pali, we call it anusaya. That is accumulated in the mind. And that can be it can be the cause of any sort of action, any sort of speech, even though any sort of thought. And that is called asawa. The anusaya can be called like สันดานในภาษาไทยคือมีความต้องการอย่างต่อเนื่องมีสันตติมีความต้องการสิ่งใดสิ่งหนึ่งอย่างต่อเนื่องแม้ได้รับสิ่งนั้นมาครอบครองแล้วแม้ว่าเราจะครอบครองสิ่งนั้นแล้วแต่ยังมีความต้องการอยู่เรื่อยๆนั่นเป็นลักษณะของสิ่งที่เรียกว่าอนุสัยยะ in Bali สันดาน It can be classified according to the object. that is from the eyes, from the ear, from the nose, from tongue, from the contact, the physical contact, or even from the thought, from the mind. The regulation of the kilesa is when you what are the cause of kilesa, the mental defilements. When we talk about the kilesa, there must be the object. The very first one, there must be an object. There must be a mindlessness. There must be a fabrication under the influence of ignorance. And then these three together working in harmony, leading to what is called action or karma. คือการที่จะเกิดกิเลสขึ้นได้ต้องมีเหตุต้องมีปัจจัยของการเกิดกิเลสปัจจัยที่ทำให้เกิดกิเลสก็คือหนึ่งอารมณ์ก็คืออารมณ์ของกิเลสนั่นเองครับแล้วก็ต้องมีการขาดสติและอันสุดท้ายเลยสำคัญมากต้องมีการปรุงแต่งด้วยอำนาจของอวิชชา3อย่างนี้ทำงานร่วมกันครับคือ1อารมณ์ขาดสติและการปรุงแต่งด้วยอำนาจของอวิชชาสิ่งเหล่านี้นำไปสู่สิ่งที่เรียกว่ากิเลสซึ่งพอมีกิเลสขึ้นก็มีกรรมก็มีวิบากก็ครบวงล้อของวัฏฏะ So when we know the cause, when we know the factors of leading to kilesa and again leading to the action, we can protect, how to protect mindfulness. Understanding the object. And this how you can overcome the instinct so we may conclude that the kilesa or the mental defilement is an enemy of understanding, comprehensive understanding, or what is called poti คือพูดง่ายๆว่ากิเลสนี่แหละคือศัตรูตัวร้ายเลยของโพธิ There's some truth about kilesa. The first one is leading to the sadness, unsatisfactory. It's leading to the action or karma. And it's leading and it caused the suffering. And it's always the property of the ordinary people or what we call ปุถุชน มีความจริงอยู่4อย่างเกี่ยวกับ กิเลสคือ1แน่นอนเลยครับนำไปสู่ความเศร้าหมองแน่นอนเลยครับนำไปสู่การประกอบกรรมแน่นอนเลยครับนำไปสู่ความทุกข์และแน่นอนที่สุดเลยครับ กิเลสนี่คือสมบัติของปุถุชน the property of the ordinary people นี่คือความจริงที่เราทุกท่านที่ปฏิบัติธรรมทุกท่านที่ปฏิบัติกรรมฐานจะเห็นสิ่งนี้ได้เลย What I mean to say is that everything in this world as a Dhamma ในธรรมชาติ has a function even the kilesa the mental defilement has its own function has its own duty the first duty of the kilesa is make you sad leading to the sadness leading to the karma and the consequence leading to destroying of the world's peace stealing the freedom from the humanity and it's a power of the stupid people but it is very delicious for the bad peopleผมกำลังพูดถึงหน้าที่ของกิเลสทุกอย่างในโลกใบนี้มีหน้าที่ของมันเริ่มต้นตั้งแต่ธาตุก็มีหน้าที่ของธาตุเช่นเดียวกันกิเลสก็เหมือนกับเป็นธาตุมีหน้าที่มีพลังหน้าที่ของกิเลสที่สังเกตได้จากการปฏิบัติกรรมฐานคือ1นำไปสู่ความเศร้าหมองนี่หน้าที่แรกเลยครับหน้าที่ที่2คือมันนำเราไปสู่การประกอบกรรมซึ่งแน่นอนพอประกอบกรรมแล้วก็มีวิบากและนี่เป็นเหตุที่เราทำให้เกิดการเวียนว่ายอยู่ในวัฏฏะหน้าที่ต่อไปคือมันทำลายสันติภาพของมนุษย์ตรงนี้สำคัญมากเลยครับแล้วมันก็ทำหน้าที่เป็นพลังของคนโง่ๆแต่มันเป็นสิ่งที่หอมหวนของคนโง่และอันธพาลSo that should be the end of my talk today with kilesa or mental defilement. So we'll come back to see you again next Saturday early morning. I wish everybody have a good life. Thank you very much for watching this program. I will return this to